7 minutes left to play in this one. Parker pump fake. Fire, she's got a season high, a new season high, 23.
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss any of the spicy WNBA content we're diving into today. We've got a story that has the entire basketball world buzzing. Candace Parker's recent comments about Angel Reese completely sent the Chicago Sky star into a frenzy. Buckle up, because this one's wild, and we're breaking everything down in today's video. Let's set the stage. Candace Parker, a legendary WNBA icon, three-time champion, and one of the most respected voices in basketball, recently stirred major waves when she ranked Angel Reese, the Chicago Sky's rising superstar, on a controversial and highly debated tier list.
She can be herself. Reese knocks over Zegras off the glass. Aggressive move by Angel Reese.
This wasn't just a casual opinion. It sparked a full-on firestorm, with Reese clapping back on social media and fans quickly picking sides. So, what exactly did Candace say? Why did it strike such a nerve with Angel? And is there more to this story than meets the eye? Let's unpack it step by step. First, let's talk about Candace Parker. If you know basketball, you know CP3. She's a former MVP, a two-time Olympic gold medalist, and she led the Chicago Sky to their only franchise title in 2021. Now retired, she's transitioned into a powerhouse analyst, breaking down games and players with an incredibly sharp eye. Her opinions carry serious weight because she's been there, done that, and has the hardware to back it all up. When Candace speaks, people listen, whether they agree or not. Now Angel Reese. She's the undeniable future of the WNBA. The Bayou Barbie burst onto the scene at LSU, making headlines with her bold personality and relentless play style. In her rookie season with the Sky, she broke records, including Candace's own mark for consecutive double-doubles. This year, in her sophomore campaign, she's averaging around 14.2 points, 12.6 rebounds, and 3.7 assists per game, leading the league in boards and earning her second straight All-Star nod. The girl is a double-double machine, and at just 23 years old, she's already cementing herself as one of the faces of the league. So what's the beef? It all started when Candace appeared on Complex Sports and was asked to rank a group of WNBA players into tiers, from S, the best of the best, down to D. She placed Aya Wilson, Nafisa Collier, and Brianna Stewart in the S tier. Nobody's arguing with that. These are championship caliber players at the absolute peak of their game. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Plum, and Sabrina Ionescu landed in the A tier, with Eriko Gunbowl and Paige Buchers in the B tier. Then came the bombshell. Candace placed Angel Reese in the C tier alongside Cameron Brink, who's been sidelined with torn ACL. Here's what Candace said, and I'm quoting, "I put her right at that C level. I think in terms of being above, you have to be able to carry your team, be a number 1 or 2 option. I think Angel Reese is fantastic at her role, which is offensive rebounding. She showed and demonstrated so much growth in that first year." Now, on the surface, this doesn't sound like a diss. Candace actually gave props to Angel's rebounding and her growth. But that C-tier label? It stung. Fans immediately took it as a slight, and it didn't take long for the internet to erupt. Angel Reese never want to shy away from speaking her mind. Fire back on X with cryptic posts that seemed aimed directly at Candace. She wrote, "Cloud is one hell of a drug. Like, it really gets to the point. Oof, that's a shot." And the timing was no coincidence. Angel dropped this just hours after a clip from Candace's Post Moves podcast for the Leah Boston went viral. In the clip, Candace doubled down on her ranking, saying, "What player are you taking Angel Reese over from those I just listed? This is no disrespect. These are some of the greatest players in the game right now." She listed heavyweights like Aya Wilson, Caitlin Clark, and Sabrina Ionescu, asking if anyone would truly pick Angel over them to start a franchise. Her point was simple. Angel's not there yet, but she could be. So, why did this hit so hard? Because Angel's been flat out balling. She's not just grabbing rebounds, she's dominating. She's leading the league with 12.6 per game, including a historic streak of 11 consecutive double-doubles. She's also improved her scoring, averaging 18 points a game in July with solid efficiency. The Sky have built their offense around her in the low post, and she's delivering night after night. Plus, she's doing all this on a team struggling with a 7-15 record, plagued by injuries and a roster that isn't exactly stacked. To place her in the same tier as a player who hasn't even played this season, that's where fans felt Candace was out of line. On the flip side, Candace's perspective isn't baseless. It's rooted in her belief that superstardom requires carrying a team on your shoulders. She's looking at the big picture. To be considered an S or A-tier player, you need to be the go-to option on a true contending team. Aya Wilson is a two-time MVP. Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier are perennial all-stars who've carried their teams to titles. Caitlin Clark, for all her rookie struggles, is already a floor general averaging crazy assist numbers. Angel's stats are impressive, but her overall game is still developing. Her shooting percentage, while improved, sits at 44.4%, and her offensive skill set isn't yet as versatile as the top-tier stars. Candace's argument is that Angel is absolutely elite at rebounding, but to crack those upper tiers, she needs to be either a primary scoring option or the kind of player who can carry a team deep into the playoffs. Now, let's talk about the hater accusations. Fans on X and Reddit were quick to call Candace out, with some saying she's jealous of Angel's rise or trying to stay relevant by using her name for clout. One Reddit user pointed out that Candace watched Angel dominate during her Sparks jersey retirement game, where Reese broke records and led the Sky to a big win, yet still doubled down on the C-tier ranking. They called it disrespectful and even irresponsible, especially given Candace's influence. Another user argued that Candace's focus on offensive rebounding was more of a backhanded compliment, implying Angel's just cleaning up her own misses. Candace wasn't having it. On her Good Follow podcast with Rose Goldingwood, she fired back. There's no hate on Angel Reese. I love her. She plays for Chicago Sky. I literally saw her at my jersey retirement versus LA. She stressed it's nothing personal, adding, I think it's so interesting in this female space, the need to have to explain some of these things. She emphasized her critique was strictly about basketball, not character. She even compared it to her work at Turner Sports, where analysts like Shaq and Charles Barkley regularly rip into NBA players without it being labeled hate. Her point? Women's basketball needs to normalize tough, honest critique without it being taken as a personal attack. Angel, though, seems to see it differently. Her clout tweet suggests she believes Candace is using her name for attention, and you can't ignore the context. Angel has been under a microscope since her LSU days, especially after her heated rivalry with Caitlin Clark in the 2023 NCAA Championship. Every move she makes gets dissected, from her taunts to her stats to her off-court brand. For her, Candace's comments might feel like just another jab in a long line of scrutiny. Let's zoom out. This drama isn't just about tiers or rankings. It's about the bigger conversation in women's basketball. Candace has long been vocal about wanting more honest critique in the WNBA, similar to the NBA. Back in a 2020 podcast with Aya Wilson and Nafisa Collier, she said the league needs to move past sugarcoating and embrace real analysis. But fans, especially younger ones, are protective of stars like Angel, who's bringing new energy, visibility, and attention to the game. So when a legend like Candace critiques a rising star, it can feel like a clash of eras, old school versus new school. There's also a personal layer. Angel is